Neonic Void Productions presents.
Welcome to Spookocalypse. I am your host, Bunyip, and I'm me, and they're them, my co-hosts. I expect them to be adult enough to introduce themselves.
Oh, no. I don't want to.
I don't want
Fine.
to.
That whitey guy is Mad Chairman. That other whitey person is Housekeeper. And then the one I don't think I really heard anything from was Zio.
Period. Period. Roast them.
We love you, Bunyip.
Oh my god, Bunyip. Oh my god, pop off. Drag them.
At least I drag myself.
The
I don't
pop-up
need him to do
episode
that.
because I need something that would really anger me.
Yeah, we haven't found that yet.
Oh, we have not found a movie that angers him. We found a movie that pretty much angered everyone else.
I mean, it wasn't angry. I was just like,
Yeah.
Sort of like
I feel like my
get it
brain
over
is
with.
dead.
So for Matt Chairman, it was Velocipaster. For me, it was My Bloody Valentine. For Housekeeper, what was it?
I haven't gone off either.
You haven't gone off yet. So you two have not gone off yet.
Not one that,
waiting.
but not one that like I'm like this fucking movie sucks. I fucking hate this goddamn movie. I'm just like, nah.
I will not apologize to Jensen or the director of My Bloody Valentine. I will not apologize.
Jensen is the saving grace for that movie. I will die on that hill.
Barely. I'm not apologizing. I'd be like, sir, you're amazing, but that movie was not it.
If
I bet
anything, I
you
might
go agree
have
with you
like
though.
an insane theory tangent that I'll go off on, but not a pop-up episode. Like I'll be like, I think Amanda and Rebecca are the same person in Amanda the Adventurer. See, here's what Hamlin has been doing, and then just keep going on about that.
Oh my god.
It has nothing to do with this episode.
Oh, hi, welcome to Spookocalypse. So today, before we get into the housekeeping, we're going to be talking about, it's called Pool Party Massacre. Housekeeping, take it away.
If you like this podcast, make sure you follow and rate us on whatever site you listen to your podcast. Share with your friends. New episodes get uploaded every Saturday. Links are down in the description for other podcasts that are part of the Neonic family. Follow us on Twitter. Our handle is at Spookocalypse. That's at SPOOKOCALYPSE. We also have YouTube. Yay! If you are on YouTube, hi, hello, welcome. Make sure you check out our other episodes, our other shows, which include Book Watchers, which we listen to our favorite book nerd, Rive and Rage over his latest reads. We have Tea of the Gods, where we, sit down, drink some tea, and spill the gossip on all the different types of gods from around the world. And then we also have Voidonica, which is our tabletop. We do D&D, as well as other tabletop games. So try and check those out. We do spooky shit. And now we're going to go on to the discussion. And the mints will be on the pillow.
And the flavor of mint today is...
Dirty Sanchez.
Wait, what?
Whoa.
Everybody. Dirty Sanchez?
Yeah.
No.
First of all, the flavor I recommended was saline.
Saline.
That's what it
And
was.
second,
Chlorine.
I have heard the phrase Dirty
Saline.
Sanchez. I don't know what it is.
Google it.
Google it.
I'm afraid
Google
to.
it.
I'm
Be
afraid that if I
afraid.
Google it, then the FBI will be like, "Why do you want to know what this is?" I'm like, "I'm curious."
It's not FBI warranting, but it's just gross. But Google it at your own disclosure. So saline.
Does it involve bodily fluids?
It involves stuff that we're not going to talk about on this podcast.
That's all I need to know.
It's not that kind of. It's not that kind of a
It's
podcast.
not that podcast. It's not that kind of podcast.
That podcast was being worked on, and it's on the back burner right now.
It's somewhere. It's somewhere in the void. We lost track of it.
In
It's
the
floating
dungeon.
around. In the dungeon. Wow. That actually makes sense that it'd be there.
Yep.
I need to go check there because it's been a minute. It's probably last time I've been down there, I was like oversized rats in there. So who knows what's going on down there. But yes, today we're going to be talking about Pool Party Massacre. This is a 2016 film. It was produced, written, and directed. Well, produced by Brian Mills, was also directed, written, and produced by Drew Marvick.
Yep.
Who also stars, who's also in the movie as well. If y'all didn't know. Funny story about this man. My boyfriend met him at a horror convention and has a Blu-ray signed by him. And he says, if you don't like it, you can come back to me and throw the movie at my face.
Ooh.
If he didn't like it. Well, he still has the Blu-ray. He didn't throw it back at him, so. And a fun fact, also, he's making a sequel. That was funded back in 2019, so a sequel is in the works for Pool Party Massacre. This movie, like the last one, no one big is in this movie, really. It's very much an indie style film that references just a bunch of throwbacks to the 80s slasher films. This movie's kind of a parody of the Slumber Party Massacre series. So has that vibe. So, Bunya, what happens in Pool Party Massacre?
All right, so we have this intro where this hot lady is lying on what the heck? It's a freaking lawn chair
Yeah.
by the pool, and then some guy comes in to clean the pool. It's playing out like one of those adult scenes, and she's even like teasing things, has the ice cube with the lips around it, and then the guy's just cleaning the pool, and then it's like about a minute past, and he's like, "Hey, Mrs. Stevens." "Oh, it's Miss Stevens now."
And she's like, "Oh, I need somebody to help me with this lotion to get into the hard to reach places." And he's totally just ignoring her ass.
Yeah, like you
He
hear
has
the
like
gate
his
close.
freaking music blasting.
Yeah, you hear the gate close, and then like he's just gone, and she's just like, "Oh, fucking pussy." And I'm like, I'm kind of agreeing with the guy who's like, "I'm just here to do my job, ma'am. Like, I know, I guess you might technically be single, but
I ain't getting paid for that."
I have other jobs to get to, and people don't like it when I'm late."
Yeah.
But then you hear the gate open again, and then she's like, "Oh, welcome back. We can get started with the lotion thing." And then it's like it's a different person,
Yeah.
and he has it looks like a tool for sawing tree branches.
He sure saw something.
Yeah, he slices her neck and it dribbles down her body, and the camera zooms in on her chest. I think she's wearing a necklace of blood, I guess. But still, I'm just like, why are you zooming in here? Why does it happen again in the movie? But that's our first murder. And I guess technically that's the second murder. The first one was the pool guy. He had a screwdriver shoved in his eye. Stop it. And it's playing, like, it is the opening credits, and it has some nice music that goes with it, and it's all in pixel art style, which I always love to see.
Yeah.
And it basically shows like all of the aftermaths of each death. So it's like, ooh, foreshadowing.
Love it.
Then it goes back to live action, where our murderer turns around and walks away with his sawing tool. And it's like, where is he going to go with this? Meanwhile, it's over at the Winthorpe's air place where the mother and father are about to leave. They're both holding dogs. One is Darla, looks like a beagle. And the other one, I think, is a Shih Tzu.
Yeah.
Just this tiny little toy-looking dog, just like what you would see from someone who lives in a more upper-class neighborhood. And they're going on vacation and like, okay, Blair, we're trusting you to watch the house. You can have a party if you want. And Blair is just the most sassy person and not in the good way. Just like, why is she so mean to her parents?
No, the parents talk a lot of shit to her too.
That's
guess it's
true.
true.
They do.
It's not a healthy family dynamic.
They basically tell her that her brother's better.
And that they love her friend more than
Yeah,
they
and
love her.
her.
Yeah, her friend Tiffany, who is this Hispanic girl. And I think she's like just a friend. I don't know if she's
No, I thought her name was Nancy.
not. I guess I'm looking at the credits wrong.
No, one of them is named Tiffany, but I don't think it's her.
Let me look.
I don't see
The
anyone.
Stevens Troy. I thought someone was named Nancy. Or Brittany, Danny. Maybe I'm tripping. I might be tripping. It's fine.
I think it's Nancy too. Tiffany's a blonde girl.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
well,
Tiffany's the dumb blonde character.
Okay, so her friend Nancy. And they say something about like, it's like, okay, you can have a three-way. I mean, that's how you you and
Okay.
mom and us met. I can't get the sentence right.
Just as long as it's not the devil's three-way.
Yeah, as long as it's not the devil's three-way.
And I was like, hang on, what's a regular three-way then? We'll just gloss over that a little bit. But then the parents leave and Darla stays at the house. It's like, don't let her paws get on the hot pavement. Too sensitive boy, little paws.
No one's allowed in their room but the dog.
But then they go back inside, and Blair is hosting a pool party with her friends. And then she and Nancy are talking. And I have to say, Blair is this tall, red haired lady who looks gorgeous. I just hate her freaking attitude.
Period.
And she is like, she's like, they're going to come here soon. And then she goes to like change her outfit. I don't know what Nancy goes off to do.
Let me look. Right before when they get inside, they drop off the dog, and then Nancy's stepbrother comes to the door, and there's a moment there with that.
Oh yeah, Blair and the stepbrother are arguing. I was like, yeah, you pretty much ruined my life because you said that I forced myself upon you, which was a lie.
Yeah.
And told her dad about it because as a way to like get back at the dad because she didn't get what she wanted, which was a pony.
Yeah.
Basically, like typical spoiled brat thing.
Yeah. And then she went outside, told Nancy about it. And then that's when she went upstairs to change. Because Nancy stayed outside.
And during her little like changing outfits montage, she's like, "Who would wear this?" And the outfit she's referring to is the one that Nancy's wearing. She just happens to have her own version of it.
Damn.
And then when she's done changing, she hears a sound and isn't sure what it is. And then Nance, they both meet up in like the kitchen, and then she's like, "Well, whoever it is about to get a $500 bottle of some kind of wine shoved up their ass." And then they go to where the garage is, and then it's their friends, and it freaks Blair out. And I was like, "Why'd you have to go through the garage, bitch?" They just call each other bitch in this movie, just constantly. Like it's both a term of endearment and spite.
Yeah. Again, these girls, majority of them are not very bright,
Mm-mm.
especially one in particular is really not bright. She makes the others look real smart.
Yeah, so they went through the garage because the front door was locked. I
Yeah.
don't remember anyone locking it, but that's not important. They're all at the bar. I was like, he's like, "You want anything to drink?" I was like, "I need a mojito." I was like, "Can you make a mojito? Do I look like I know how to make a mojito?"
Bartender.
We pay people to make drinks for us, and they refer to Nancy as like the help. I was like, "Who are you? Are you the help?" And I was like, "No, I'm Blair's friend. Also, me and you went to high school together. We sat next to each other in economics."
You
Like,
copied
doesn't
off
remember
my
anything.
test?
Yes.
It's so just.
Typical
Nancy has
mean.
patience of a saint, though.
Yeah, typical mean girl shit.
Because if I was Nancy, I'd be roasting all these bitches.
But yeah, they tell her, Blair's like, "Could you just go down to the basement and get some champagne or wine cellar, wherever it is?" She's like, "Just get some champagne and put on ice, meet us out at the pool." And then they all go out to the pool. But not before Blair puts on her pool party mix and plays it as loud as possible.
Oh, wait. I have it planned right now. I'm like, I need to. I'm looking for the name of the mix because Blair's Killing Pool Party Mix, I think is what it's called.
I think it's like
Hold
Killer
up.
Pool Party Mix.
Mhm.
Let's see.
I just now put that together.
Yeah, it's Blair's Killer Pool Party Mix. Yeah. And now it makes sense for when you see the ending and why she named it that. Anyway.
We also have a brief cutaway. I think at this point we have a brief cutaway of oh, it's the murderer. He puts his power tool thing back on like a shelf in his garage or
He
shop.
does this periodically throughout each movie. He uses each weapon and puts it back.
He picks a new weapon for each kill.
It's so good.
I believe he does make it into the house at one point, but I think this one is like he has the Maxwell looking hammer.
Yeah.
And then one of the girls is getting a text from her boyfriend, Drew. And he's upset because she said something about like, "Me and my mom are going to go to the spa." But he finds out that her mom isn't actually there. And now he's like, "I think you're cheating on me." So then she's like, "I'm gonna call him and straighten things out." And the banter between these girls is so cruel. Something about like, "You will always be a prostitute because that's all you are ever good for. So grab that rich dick and hold on tight."
I don't understand how these guys are friends.
Me neither.
I'm just like, bro. Because she's like, aren't you my friends? Aren't you supposed to be like supporting me and telling me that I don't need no man? And they're like, no, we're gonna fucking say that you suck and that you're talentless. And I'm like, how are you friends? I really, especially as in like, they're supposed to be adults at this point, right?
Are they?
Yeah, it seems like they are past high school.
Because like one of them is like a graduate from college, so they're like at least in their mid-20s. Because I think she's like getting like not her bachelor's, like she's like going for a master's degree or some shit. I don't know, but Like, at that point, do you still not have enough self-respect for yourself for you to have these people talk down on you the way that they do? Just curious, because I would never. I would never. As soon as someone said that shit to me, I'd be like, you could jump off a cliff now and then leave and like never talk to this person ever again.
Yeah, it's like I don't care how much money you have. I'm done. We're done.
Yeah. I was like, well, because they're all rich except for what's her face, that girl.
Nancy.
Yeah,
She's
Nancy.
not rich.
No, she's like, oh, I only came because I like your parents. And I was like, but they're kind of mean too. How bad are your parents if you think that her parents are good?
But then that girl goes inside to talk to Drew, and then the killer shows up and murders her as soon as she's finished talking. And like the hammer, he has it like, it doesn't look like it does that much of an impact, but it pierces underneath her jaw, and it makes the back part of the hammer look like buck teeth. And the way it curves out of her mouth. And then he sets her body up on the couch and props up to her. Like, okay, have her hold a phone, make it look like she's still talking so no one suspects a thing. And then it shows that camera shot, and she just looks like a person with buck teeth, just like, oh. Is this the point where the neighbor, the German lady who's having tea time, gets a little fed up?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, she's just trying to enjoy tea in her own little backyard, but the music from Blair's killer mix is just too loud. So she goes over to complain and then runs into the murderer, not realizing that he has swapped weapons and has intentions to murder her with, I believe it's an axe. It's sharp and heavy. That's all I remember.
Yeah, probably.
So that person is dealt with. And at this point, one of the blonde ladies, not the ditzy dumb one, but the one who's into bondage, as we soon see, has invited her boyfriend over, and then he brings along his brother. And Blair's like, I said no boys allowed. But anyway, that lady and her boyfriend go off into the house to make love. Meanwhile, the brother Clay looks like the oldest one there. Maybe he's in his mid to late 30s, receding hairline, and tries to act as cool as possible.
Even though he's more attractive, in my opinion, I think he's more attractive than his brother.
You have to admire his confidence.
Yeah. No,
And
yeah.
you feel sorry for him, but also at the same time, he's really sleazy.
Yeah.
So basically, he's trying to talk to all of them, and then he goes for a dip in the pool. Like, he's even rips off his pants. It's like, oh, it's a Speedo. Or he's awkwardly like rubbing way too much lotion on his body or sunscreen.
It's like, when is it going to stop?
Just slathering it on, yeah.
Yeah, like pretty much every cut, there's more and more sunscreen.
It's like, that's a lot, sir. You going to spread it out?
No.
Could one of you lovely ladies come over here and help me with my hard to
Hard
reach
to
places?
reach places, yeah.
It's like, your dick's not hard to reach, buddy. And he reacts to
Damn.
every rejection with like, ooh, wow. Like he doesn't act like it's really all that hurtful. He just sort of deflects it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the couple is upstairs in the parents' bedroom. She's tied up. She has been slammed. He even pulls out the freaking condom and shows. He's like, huh, I think they're all in there. Freaking
God.
tosses it to her, like gross.
Oh my god. These. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
But then she's like, you can't really understand what she's saying because she's got this ball gag in her mouth. But I think she's implying that she's not finished. So he's like, tell you what, I'm gonna order a pizza and then I'll come right back. Which gives the killer ample opportunity to come in and murder her with, I think, another axe. He lines it up with her neck, and he's just like doing that swinging motion. She's like, 1,
Takes his time, yeah.
2, 3, and chop. And it also does the zoom in on her necklace and her boobies, like with Mrs. Stevens.
Boobies.
Yeah, there's lots of boobies in this movie. I kind of didn't expect that, but it was like, well, if we're gonna have murder, we also have to have breasticles.
Yeah, if it's gonna be a referencing and inspiration from the 80s, you gotta have boobs.
Pretty much. And the boyfriend comes up from ordering the pizza, and then he sees her, and he's like, oh my goodness. And then he turns around, the killer's there, and for some reason, like, he backs up and he's like sitting on the bed, just within easy killing range. So they're both murdered. And during this time, not a single person outside near the pool is just like, where is the first girl? Or I think there's like, yeah, those two are still probably in my parents' bedroom screwing their brains out. But the first person that took the phone call with her boyfriend, who she has the weirdest lock screen for him, which is just his wiener in his hand.
Yeah.
But anyway, just like no one acts suspicious of like, where is everybody, until there's maybe 1 or 2 people left. So I think we're down to Jasmine and the Ditzy Blonde and Nancy and then Blair herself. And of course, Clay.
Yeah.
And since Clay isn't getting a whole lot of attention, except from the dumb blonde, where she's like, she wants to mix a drink, but he's like, I have right here this personal mix of mine that I like to call the Dirty Sanchez. And then he has her drink it, and she's like, I guess it's really gross because she spits it out immediately.
You don't know what Dirty Sanchez is, ladies and gentlemen, and others. Please Google it because I am not explaining it.
Yeah. I don't know what's in that drink, but it's best if we don't know. But anyway, he's disappointed. So then he's like, fine, I'll just go inside and have myself a little vinegar stroke. And he even does like a jerk off motion. Like, creepy. But he goes inside and he's looking at all the pictures framed on the wall. And he at first focuses on a picture of like, I think it's actually the brother, but he's younger and still has long hair. So he thinks it's just Blair, but as a younger person. But then he's like, oh, this one's even better. And it's the mom.
Honestly, I wish that he grabbed the brothers' photo.
I really did. That's what I was hoping for.
They missed the perfect opportunity to make him look even more like a dumbass. I would have thoroughly enjoyed it.
Or just to show that he's gay.
Maybe have both. Like, I can't decide.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he goes to the bathroom, sets the portrait up on the ground, and then prepares himself for masturbation. At this point, the oh man, is this when the pizza guy shows up?
Dude, here's your pizza.
Oh yeah, Jet.
I think so, yeah.
Did you order pie, dude?
That is your pie, a pizza. Didn't you not order a pizza?
Killer doesn't say anything like he's trying to be Michael Myers.
Bruh,
Yeah.
it's you either pay or I live.
It's like either cash talks or the pizza walks.
You know, why does
God.
he have that accent? Why does he have it? It's like "Saw, dude." Like that's the kind of like accent he
duh.
has. "Saw," and I'm just like, "Ugh, saw, dude."
No wonder he died.
I'm like, what did the killer use to kill that guy? Like he basically stabbed him in his intestines and they all
Yeah,
spilled
he
out.
stabbed, opened him up, and he fell out. I'm like, that's not supposed to happen like that. That's not supposed to be outside the body.
And then shortly after that, he goes and finds the bathroom. He hears Clay pleasuring himself. And then he goes and gets a power drill with
He-
one of the biggest bits I've ever seen.
I thought that was the power drill thing. I thought that was a reference to Slumber Party Massacre, the first one,
I mean,
because he uses a big old drill like that in that one,
yeah,
the killer.
Yeah.
So I was like, is that a
Like,
reference to that?
It could very well be.
That's what I was thinking.
But while Clay is reaching the point of climax,
the giggity.
the killer is like, he finds an outlet, plugs in the power drill, and he just drills into the bathroom wall, and it's behind Clay. So as Clay is about to finish, like he gets pierced by the bit, and it's just going through his
Damn, what a way
chest.
to go!
First off, I was like, that's way longer than how long that bit is. So something's not right. I'm like, Mr. Director, yeah, the bit's not that long. That was ridiculously long. The bit was long, but not that fucking long. Those walls aren't paper thin, for one.
If
Yeah,
there's
it's like you can
nothing
hear people
in that
jerking
wall,
off in there.
so there's
Yes, but that bit, the drill through him completely and have part of it sticking out.
How
That's
okay, so that bit was at least like 2 to 3 feet long, right?
yes.
How thick
Yeah.
do you think like in house walls are? Not like where it leads outside. I mean like a wall separating a room. How thick do you think they are? Do you think that they're more than 3 feet?
No, not more than 3 feet. They're probably at least like a foot,
Okay, so
depending
but
on
that
the house.
yeah, so that bit would have reached him, not through his body.
Yeah, not reaching to the other side is what I'm getting at.
Oh,
It
okay,
goes straight
'cause I
through
was like,
him. That was ridiculous. It could have gotten through his back, in the middle of his back, but would not have reached the front. It would not have. It was like, okay, that's way longer than it actually is. Come on now.
yeah,
Come
'cause,
on.
like if the bit was like more like 5 feet long, then I could see.
Maybe. Because he was at
Because
least a
he's
foot, maybe 2 feet away from the wall.
And oh no, he wasn't that far from the wall.
It was at least a foot
But also, he's a thick guy too. So
on
I'm
top of
like,
that. So it's probably another half a foot to a foot to get through. Not a foot, but like at least half a foot to get through him.
Like you got to drill through drywall, 2 layers
Yeah.
worth, and then you got to drill through presumably the toilet itself, unless the drill bit was above the toilet.
It was. Yeah.
Okay. Then you got to drill through skin and fat and muscle and
bone.
organs, and then muscle again, and then fat
Yeah.
again, and then skin
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, no, that drill bit needed to be 2 to 3 extra feet than what it was to get through the other side of it like that. I was like, that's cool, but like that bit is way longer than what they showed.
Mm-hmm.
Make it make sense.
But it does have a nice finish, like the blood splatter that lands on the mom's portrait.
Yes, that was good.
Just like, oh, that's what it would have looked like if he had the chance. But he died.
But he died.
And they pulled it out like nothing.
And then back at the pool, Nancy makes the point like, the last, I was like, no, usually when I go to pool parties, people are usually swimming in the pool. And then Jasmine, she's like, do you know how expensive it is to get my hair to look this good, like the way it is? I can't get water on it at all.
Yeah.
And she also points out, like, I don't know if the pool has chlorophyll or saline in it. And then Blair's like, it has saline and it's perfectly fine. And then Jasmine's also like, my pool is better. I don't know why Blair insisted that we all come to meet at her house for this pool party.
She had servants.
She insinuated that Blair's poor. Her parents work for one of her friend's parents or something like that, or dad.
True. It's sort of like they have they're sort of having a contest about like, my family's
A
wealthier
pissing
than yours.
contest. Yeah.
And my family's wealthier than yours.
You all are peasants beneath my feet.
Yeah, Jasmine and the ditzy blonde lady go inside to make their own cocktail. And they're messing with drinks, but because Jasmine doesn't know how to like cover the top of the cocktail mixer, she ends up pouring the mixture on herself on accident.
Yeah.
And so she's freaking out, like, it's gonna set into my skin. I have to take a shower immediately.
Oh, because the alcohol could, or their logic, the alcohol could affect the spray tan and cause like, which
An
I'm sure
allergic
that's,
reaction or something.
I'm sure that's a possibility. Sure, I guess.
But she goes upstairs to do a shower, gets naked, she's scrubbing herself, makes some comment about her landing strip, and then the killer
See-
comes in with a weed eater. And how he shoves it under the shower curtain and pulls it at just crotch height. And I'm just thinking, oh no, he's going
Oh,
for a
no.
landing strip.
Oh no, no.
Like he trimmed way too much.
Oh my god,
What?
Bunya.
What?
He took a little too much.
Can't get over the weed whacker, bro. Because what else do you call that hair down there?
That's true.
Like he was trimming the bush.
Mhm.
The bush. No. God. My God. Just behooved.
Yeah, but well, she's dead. And then
Yeah, a corpse.
I don't remember quite what happens. I think eventually it's just Blair and Nancy alone. They talk to each other and they sort of have a heart to heart where it's like, oh, despite Blair's attitude, she does seem to value Nancy somewhat. And then the blonde lady is upstairs, finds her dead friend Jasmine, and then finds the killer, and he's got a machete. And she does like the most logical thing of anyone in the movie so far is like find another room to hide in. Stumbles across other room, like, oh, there's other dead bodies. And then she's like, her back is against the door, but unfortunately, the machete goes through the door and stabs her right in like where her diaphragm is.
Yeah.
So she's taken down to and then we've got Blair goes inside briefly. Nancy's outside, and then the killer just has like a mallet and he's standing behind her, just standing there awkwardly, and then does a quick thunk. I just think it's funny, just like how he moves and it hits her, and he just falls over. Just the way he moves his hand. Also, that
Mm-mm.
seems like the least effort for a kill because it clearly doesn't kill Nancy.
Yeah.
Like it knocks her out, and then she wakes up and she's in a room surrounded by most of the dead bodies. And here we enter our twist. Blair orchestrated this whole thing. with her brother, who is the killer.
Who is played by the director of the film.
And kind of looks like Zio without glasses.
And hair.
I wasn't going to say anything about that.
I mean, I'm bald. I shaved my head. But no, I see that. I'm just not as tall.
Or psychotic.
I mean, I'm not psychotic. That's fine.
Like Nancy confronts, like, you're a freaking psycho. And he's like, I know I'm a psycho.
It's like,
And
well,
then-
if I don't get famous by the time I'm 35, I'm gonna become a serial killer. Bitch,
I'm
how old
almost-
are you?
I'm almost at 35. 4 more years.
Bitch, how old are you? I'm getting scared.
It's gonna be me. My God. I gotta admit though, the director, he kind of cute. I'm like, sir, can I get your autograph for this movie? Mhm.
And to wrap up the plot, Blair and her brother are kind of arguing. He's like, I killed a few extra people for practice, including the German lady who was drinking tea. He's like, yeah, she was crazy, so whatever. But while they're talking, Nancy wakes up and finds the phone that I think Chet has, and quickly sends a text to somebody I think someone named Daniel. I think that might have been the stepbrother.
The stepbrother. Yeah.
It texts him like, call the police, something's happened. And then Nancy tries to leave the room. In fact, she like leaves the room and is like, oh, well, look, you missed one. And he's just like, God damn it. So I think he still has the mallet, or he swapped out to a different weapon. But in a moment of distraction that he turns away for, Nancy gets the machete that was stuck in the door and uses that to stab him.
Yeah.
And then she's trying to leave, and Blair's waiting for her at the front door. And so they're having a confrontation. And then Blair's reasoning is like, I invite all these people here to kill them off because they were getting more attention than me. And it really upset me that you, my best friend, were getting all the attention from my parents and I wasn't getting any. And then Nancy, oh my God, I think she takes the severed head of one of the murder victims and just smacks Blair with it.
Yes.
Picks up the axe that Blair was using and uses it to finish off Blair. And that's such an unceremonious death, because it's like chop, and then it's just like, here's the aftermath. And then as Nancy's leaving, if you look, Blair's still breathing. And I don't know if that was like, oh, no one will notice your stomach rising and falling, or if it was supposed to be like, Blair actually lived.
And Blair blinked too.
I didn't notice the blink.
She was blinking. I noticed that she was blinking.
Focusing on different parts. And I was like, oh, that's a nice stomach. Why is it moving?
When-
And then you're like, ooh, those are nice eyes. Why are they blinking?
Yeah.
See, I'm the type of person, if I see someone die in a film, like I purposely watch that person to see like if I could notice their breathing.
They can hold their breath while the camera's on them.
Yeah, like I'm just all like that, or I'm like, or is it a mannequin now? Is this a fake? Like I
Mhm.
literally watch for that every time, and the fact that I saw like 3 out of however many people died, like either blinking or breathing. Like you see their stomach moving, or like they can't lay down. So I was like, oh, this is great.
It is.
Like the fact I was like, I've been waiting for a movie like this.
And with that, Nancy leaves the house. You hear police sirens, but as soon as she gets out of frame, the brother is on the balcony, and he's alive and most understandably angry.
How is he alive?
I don't know. He's just standing there.
That's Well, I went, how the fuck is that man alive?
He's referencing Michael.
Yes, I know why he's referencing Michael and Jason and how they don't die at the end, but like, bruh. So that's the end of the movie, pretty much.
Yeah.
I liked this movie. It was fun. It was stupid, but like in a fun way. Was it good? No, but it didn't need to be. I knew I was getting into
Entertaining
watching the
for
movie.
almost all the right reasons.
Yeah. So, and I can't wait for the sequel. So, rating system. Out of how many drills, sledgehammers, axes?
Tools.
I'm like, we already did drills, I think,
Drills
on
we
the previous
did.
episode.
What was the what?
Tools.
Tools?
To use all different types of tools.
Okay. So the rating system, yeah, we'll go with tools. So for me, I will rate this movie a 2 out of 5 tools. Like, it was dumb. It was not good, but like, it didn't need to be good. It was bad in a good way.
It was so bad it was good.
It was so bad it was good. But I feel like it was purposely made to be this kind of bad, cheesy.
Yeah.
But it was fun. Like, it's fun enough where I will go watch the sequel when it comes out, and I'll probably go out and buy the Blu-ray. Like, it's one of those. Like, I can vibe with it. It's not good, but I'll vibe with it, you know? Yeah, 2 out of 5 tools for me.
Yeah, 2 out of 5 sounds good to me too. Pretty much for the same reasons. Nothing too. You didn't have to work too hard with this movie. Just stupid fun, and yeah. So, 2 out of 5.
I'm gonna go with 2.5 out of 5 just because I was really happy that I could spot people blinking and breathing while they were supposed to be dead. Like, literally, that's literally the only reason why I'm giving it the 0.5, because I was like, yes, I finally found the movie.
Okay, so we got 2 2s and a 2.5. Last but not least,
I'm also going with 2.5, specifically the tool that's looks like it's for cutting branches, and the Maxwell hammer that gives you buck teeth. And then I guess the half would be like, imagine that the power drill was plugged in, but it couldn't generate power, so it wouldn't operate.
oh my god. So what is the total score average?
2.25.
A 2.25. Watch that movie, ladies and gentlemen. That one will be on Tubi as well for free. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching today's episode of Massacre May. Enjoy us next time as we dive into the last 2 episodes of the month for next week and the week after. That will be my pick as well as Housekeepers. So until then, bye.
Goodbye.
And I swear at some point we're going to get to The Last of Us. I promise. It's going to happen. It's going to happen for the last part of The Last of Us. What?
Never.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it again.
I know, same. I know.
Oh no, I have to watch Pedro Pascal. Oh no.
Oh no, it's going to happen at some point, June, July, something. Anyway, bye.